It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the Boston Celtics going up against the Dallas Mavericks at American Airlines Center. For Dallas, they don't want to disappoint the hometown fans, but they'll have their hands full taking on one of the top teams in the league. We'll see if they can get it done. For so long, the Mavs have been Dirk Nowitzki's team, and rightfully so. But now that his career is winding down, Kenny, Dallas is working hard to make the transition.
You can't replace someone like Dirk. You just have to let it fade out. And this team has gotten young and faster, but Dirk's helped out and has been accepting like a lesser role.
You know, Dallas is committed to winning, treating their players right. Everyone sees how they're well treated. Dirk makes the Mavs a great free agent destination.
And now it's time for tip-off. We send it to Kevin Harlan with the call.
We've got basketball action at the American Airlines Center in Dallas, Texas, the home of the Mavericks, live on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. This homestand ends here for the Mavericks as they get ready to hit the road. Still early in the season, but the front office and coaching staff likes what they are seeing from this team so far. Better winning percentage than last year.
And, you know, for the Mavericks, they had the kind of hot and cold start that we've kind of come to expect. Nothing that would indicate they're in for any kind of a breakout season.
And, you know, perhaps with a roster move or two later on, Greg, they can start to break out of that pattern.
And nothing tips off a broadcast like getting the lowdown from the sidelines. And we've got David Aldridge there for that. David, good evening.
Well, guys, Kyrie Irving is excited to leave Cleveland for a bigger role in Boston. He said, challenges are what makes us most human. Conquering fear of failure, showing people you're the best, and that you've prepared for this moment. Those are the things that interest me. Kevin?
Yeah, he's wired differently, D.A. Thank you. Early on in the season, some players locked and loaded, others trying to find their groove, Clark. Did you tend to be a fast starter, or did it take you some time to get a flow for your game as the season started?
You know, Kevin, in my relatively short career, I experienced both. My rookie season, I started a little slow. I was in really good shape, knew I was going to play a lot, but it took a minute for me to find my traction.
Here we go.
I started fast in my third year because I had been around the block a couple of times. I knew what my offseason needed to be like, and I had gotten off to a terrific start in my third and fourth year. And then the injury happened, and that was it. But I experienced both.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. We've got Hayward. Marcus Smart is out there with Irving. Then there's Horford. And it's Tatum in at the 4. Now here is Smith. Powell kicks to Doncic. Over Smart. Doncic, no good. And so it's Smart. He'll bring up the ball for Boston. It's a 3-point game. And this matchup with Dallas, it's their first meeting of the season.
And last season, they made short work of this club. 2 games, 2 wins.
They may have wished for more games against them. A definite disparity in talent. We'll see if they take advantage again tonight.
Yeah, and give it up for the feed from Horford. He's a playmaker, and you love having a big man show off that kind of vision.
Doncic passes to Smith. They get it back. Jordan with the bucket.
Boy, I like seeing that toughness on the offensive glass. Did a nice job judging, anticipating where the miss was going, and then putting it back in. Nicely done.
Now, here is Irving. Tatum kicks to Hayward. Goes up on the wing. Mavericks with the rebound.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Here's Jordan. It's good, the assist that time from Smith. Jordan's got his second bucket tonight.
Jordan very efficient in the paint because of his length. Close to the bucket, he's hard to deal with.
Pass to Horford. Irving against Barnes. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Smart. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. The Mavericks have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. To the paint. Here's Doncic. Jordan dishes to Doncic. The kick out to Barnes. 6 on the shot clock. Over Hayward. And that one's good. Barnes has got his first points of the game.
Like his mid-range game, Barnes incredibly lethal from the mid-range. When he's got room to shoot, he doesn't hesitate.
Pulls up. And it's Irving missing.
That's a good shot. Even though it couldn't find the bottom of the bucket, I like the shot quality.
And the call will be against Al Horford. That is his first foul of the game. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Barnes looking around. That shot off. Good work defensively by Smart. Irving kicks to Tatum. Shoots over Powell. Busted. No good that time either.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
Over to the wing. Now, here's Doncic. D right on him. Good on the bucket. And that's now 6 points for Jordan.
He's just adept at gutting the defense in these sets. Give Doncic a passing lane, and he'll thread the needle.
So the Celtics call timeout, their first. And DeAndre Jordan, the all-time leader in career field goal percentage, great by a sizable margin.
Yeah, the most prolific dunker in the league, maybe in league history.
Well, it was the Dallas Mavericks in their last game, a loss to the Nets. Smart finds Horford. Good, and Smart gets the assist.
Yeah, and he can really take his game outside when he wants to. Horford's got plenty of range to go along with all that work he does on the interior.
Now here's Barnes. He had a 24-point outing in their last game against Brooklyn.
And not just the scoring. It was also how fierce he was on defense, grabbing 3 steals on the night as well. Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Passes it to Irving, and stolen by Barnes. Knocked away. Powell, the pass to Smith, and he banks in the layup.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Celtics trail by 5. Irving with it. Now Smith defending. Horford with it. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. Shot clock at 5. From deep. Smart misses.
The only place for shots like that are in shoot-around.
Exactly. I mean, that shot is one he shouldn't even think about taking.
Now here is Smith. 17 points for him last game against Brooklyn.
Yeah, you got to respect the athletic reach of Jordan now. Throw it up, and he will bash in the alley-oop.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Havoc. Irving against Smith. Irving surveying the floor. Over Smith. A shot's good from Irving. Irving's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And the mid-range shot of Irving is impressive. He has wonderful form with that shot.
High arcing shot, and Doncic lays it in.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
Here's Irving, and it's Boston with another.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Dallas with the ball. They're on a 16-6 run. Jordan kicks to Smith. Barnes outside. Dallas with a fresh shot clock. And it's Smith missing. And so it's Smart. He'll bring up the ball for the Boston Celtics. Trailing by 5. They're coming into this game off that recent loss to Atlanta.
And they couldn't get stops when they needed to. The opposition just too comfortable shooting the basketball.
Well, you know what, Greg? When the defense is that lax, come on now. They honestly deserve to lose. You can't let a team get into that kind of a groove.
Here's Doncic. Jason Tatum picking up that last basket. Barnes against Smart. Smith with a wide open look. No good with the triple.
Boy, strange that he bricked that one. I mean, no clue where the defense was, and tell you what, they got very lucky.
It's tipped, and he's able to get it back. Second chance shot, and the layup good by Smart. Smart's got his first points of the night.
Defensive rebounding, just such a crucial part of the game.
Yeah, it's finishing your defense, Greg. We know that. You can defend, then you got to rebound the miss, and you got to get to the glass with intensity.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And, you know, by all accounts, last season was a fine debut for Dennis Smith Jr. I mean, he handled starting point guard duties from day one and was given room to learn on the job. Wasn't always easy, but this kid has talent and showed moments where you get an idea of how special he might be.
2 shots.
He misses the free throw. And for Smith last season, the goal was mostly to improve his game along with the teams.
Yep, exactly. And Dallas knew they wouldn't be competing for a lot and let Smith Jr. find himself, play through mistakes, learn on the fly. He improved his reads off pick and rolls and also showed improved vision as the season wore on. Guys at the point have to see the whole court at all times. One area, though, he's got to improve in is his defense and awareness on that end of the floor, because athleticism is there. If the awareness improves, this guy could be a demon on D.
Now, here's Rozier. Taking a look at the scoring numbers, right now he averages about 9 points a game. Morris kicks to Hayward. Unloads. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Inside, Mejri, and Baines pulls it down. For Boston, they've gone an even 50% from the field. They are 7 of 14 for the game. Hayward on the wing. Pass to Baines. Shoots it up. And Hayward gets it to go. Hayward's got his first basket. The Mavericks trailing. And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. It always seems like great teams find the best glue guys, the guys that make them a team. Who are some of those players who just bring a team everything and bring it together?
I call those guys value utility guys because they do so much that helps you win, and things just seem to run better and go smoother when they're on the court. And there are a lot of them that fall into that category. They're not your primary stars, but they make the stars better. Robert Covington from Philadelphia has that ability because he shoots it well and defends multiple positions. And Draymond Green is probably at the head of the class.
By the way, you're our glue guy. You're a 2K.
Glad to be part of the team.
Here's Irving after Gordon Hayward's bucket. Here's Morris, and the layup's good off the glass. And it's a 3-point Celtic lead.
An efficient score inside. Morris can beat you with a variety of moves.
Barea kicks to Smith. Rozier with the steal. Oh, and here comes Rozier all alone.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now.
Well, you know what? You don't want to do too much to get an opponent riled up. You got to be mindful of that.
And the basket good by Mejri.
And a lot of scoring here early on. This is the type of game the fans love to see.
Tell you what, Greg, it's getting to the point where you assume every shot is going to go down. I mean, nobody's missing out there.
And the basket by Rozier.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Mavericks trail by 6. To the inside. And the basket good by Mejri. Measure's got his second bucket of the night.
Yeah, and Smith doing a nice job getting his teammates involved. Terrific at spotting the open man.
Irving dishes to Morris. Hayward outside. To the paint. Out to Morris. 4 on the clock. Again, the Celtics good for 2.
Working the painted area. Morris with just enough size and quickness to finish the play, even with a hand in his face.
Now here's Barea. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Aaron Baines. That's his first foul. Williams, he's checked in for Boston.
Substitution for the Celtics.
On defense, Boston, 6-point lead. Smith outside, down to 5 on the shot clock. And yes, it's good. Smith's got 6. Boston's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. From 12 feet out, a shot's good from Irving. And the Celtics lead by 6.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Irving against Barea. Smith outside. Feeds it to Matthews. Over Morris. Matthews no good. Celtics leading by 6. Morris finds Williams. Irving against Barea. A floater. Got a piece of it. And, oh, here we go. Smith's got it. The fast break chance. And Rozier pulls it down.
Boy, incredible effort on defense. Refusing to give him an uncontested layup. Nothing easy.
Here's Irving. Got a hand on it. Irving against Barea. Here's Kleba. Good. And it's Barea who picks up the assist. Kleba's got his first basket.
And, you know, Barea is a capable floor general. Very good at setting the table for his teammates.
Irving against Barea. And that one's good. Irving. He's got 13.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
As well he should, Greg. I mean, he always is looking to score the ball, even more so when he's hot. I like the mindset.
A nice shot by Barea.
It's hard to know what Barea is going to do in the pick and roll. I mean, he keeps the defense off balance, and not only is he an excellent passer, but he's a very good shooter out of the pick and roll, too.
Now, here is Irving. From deep three-point range, and no good on the last second attempt this time. What a performance for Kyrie Irving. He has been the story for the Boston Celtics. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all, and he looks to be planning for more. Back to the action after this word. The game is evolving, and Al Horford has changed his game along with it.
It never occurred to me that I'd be shooting threes at this rate and doing some of the things that I'm doing, but it's just the way that the game has evolved.
And give Horford credit. He adjusted with the times. He didn't stay set, Greg, in his ways.
Yeah, he was always a great mid-range shooter, and he's proven to be a legitimate threat from deep.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Boston.
A lot of success from mid-range so far for them, guys. If nothing else works, they can always fall back on the jump shot.
Yeah, and they've also balanced that, though, guys, with the attack off the bounce as well to get them some points.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the floor for Dallas, they've got Smith. Also, J.J. Barea out there. Matthews out there with measuring. And it's Kleba in at the force line. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Al Horford is a multiple all-star. And if you count his stats, you miss what he brings to the table. When you factor in his passing, his defense, his efficiency, he does all the things that help you win. Coach Brad Stevens said, Al Horford averaging 15 points a game for you is like other guys averaging 27. Kevin?
The definition of a pro. Terrific guy. Thank you, D.A. Dallas making a switch here. Doncic is checked in. Marcus Smart's checked in for the Celtics. Rozier, the pass to Smart to the inside. Mejri with the steal. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Now, here's Doncic, covered by Morris. And there's the pass to Doncic. And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That's his first foul. Jordan, he's checked in for Maxi Kleber. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Correa looking over the floor. 5 to shoot. With the floater. And that's 2 points on the layup. Correa's got his second basket of the night.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Nice shot by Smart.
The second he got around the pick and shook his man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very, very well done.
And no doubt that Marcus Smart is one of the better defenders at his position. Quick feet are complemented by that strong frame, and he just digs in and against would-be scorers and just never lets them get comfortable.
And the Celtics with possession here. The Mavericks making the shot. Morris against Matthews. Morris kicks to Smart. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Smart's got 6 points. 6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
Pass to Matthews. Now Barea. He's coming off a 10-point game against Brooklyn. Smart against Matthews. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2. And the Mavericks lead by 1. For Boston, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. And here is Rozier. He's got 5. And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Aggressiveness is fine, but you can't be this over-aggressive. I think he's got to dial it back some. They need him on the floor.
Dwight Powell's checked in for Dallas. Barnes comes in for Wesley Matthews. Al Horford is checked in for Boston. Tatum comes in for Marcus Morris. Smart, the offensive rebound. That's a miss. He's made one and missed one. For Dallas, they've gotten 4 of the first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting.
That's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Textbook defense all around. Nice job at contesting the shot without fouling, and that's how you do it. Well done.
8 lead changes now, and we're still just in the first half.
And I'm not sure I've seen a game with more lead changes this early.
Barea against Rozier. Back to Barea. Softly drops in the floater. He's got 8.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Now, here's Rozier. He has 5. Here's Powell. Here's Jordan. Good, and it's Barea who picks up the assist. Barea's got 3 assists in the game. Celtics trail by 3. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Outside Tatum. Kicks it to Horford. Puts up a 3. It's rebounded by Dallas, coming off that loss against the Nets.
And their defense practically non-existent in that one. Just gave up far too many easy shots.
Yeah, I think they were totally checked out, Greg. At least that's what it looked like. When you play that kind of defense, you expect to lose.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Mavericks.
You know, guys, we've really seen them do a lot of damage in the paint so far.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
That's good from Barnes. Clark, you once worked for the Indiana Pacers, Vice President of Player Relations, and really had your fingerprints on a lot of part of that organization. Could you see yourself going back to an NBA front office role?
I don't anticipate that. I love what I do as a broadcaster. I really feel as though I'm right where God wants me to be. Currently had a wonderful tenure with the Pacers, 32 years between playing, broadcasting both radio and television, and then 4 years in the VP of Player Relations role. Phenomenal relationships with a number of people, but no, I think that chapter for me is in the rearview mirror.
I speak for everyone playing the game, watching the game. We're glad you're in broadcasting, I'll tell you that.
Thank you, partner.
Now, here's Horford. 8 points his last outing, and it goes down 2 points. Barea with it. Barnes outside. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. And so it's Hayward with it. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Here's Rozier. Tatum trying to break free. Yep, it goes. And the Dallas lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Rozier. Barea kicks to Jordan. To the inside. Powell. And the dunk by Powell.
And, you know, this is what Powell does best. Establishes himself deep inside and jams it home.
Outside Tatum. At the elbow, Horford. Hayward outside, beyond the arc. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Jordan's got 5 rebounds tonight. Now, here's Doncic. He's tightly guarded. Horford with the rebound. Out of bounds, it'll be Mavericks ball.
And now look at Jason Tatum. He's been more than solid over the last month. Averaging about 15 points, 7 rebounds, and 4 assists. And he brings that offensive firepower to the team. Scoring just comes naturally.
And, you know, defenses are throwing everything at him, yet he's still able to put up points. He's really unstoppable.
Now here's Barnes. Following the miss by DeAndre Jordan. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. Now a timeout called by Boston.
Chance here to take a look at where the Mavericks rank in the NBA currently.
And their gift for offensive rebounding definitely evident in all those second chance points. The two go hand in hand. Make no mistake, if you don't box out, you're going to pay.
Smart deciding where to go with it. In the corner, Tatum with it. Shoots over Barea. And with that, the Maverick lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Tatum.
And Tatum not bashful about pulling up now. He's got a nice, efficient mid-range jumper.
Here's Barea. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
Smart kicks to Tatum. To the paint, here's Hayward. Happy to see that one go in for his second make in 5 attempts.
Yeah, I like how Tatum surveys the floor. Great at looking for his teammates, especially when they're open.
Now, here's Barea. He's got 10. Here's Barnes. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That one on Smart. And for Harrison Barnes, the scoring forward out of UNC, said he wants to model his game, Clark, after Paul Pierce.
Hey, that's not a bad guy to look to model your game after, boy. Paul Pierce knew how to get it done, and he wasn't overly athletic, but he knew how to play angles. He could get to his spots, and he was such a great mid-range shooter who developed into a consistent three-point threat as well. So I like that comparison or that aspiration for Harrison Barnes.
That's good from Barnes.
You know, you look at Harrison Barnes, and the question when he went to the Mavericks was, can he carry the offense? Many thought he might just be a product of the Warriors system, which he left. Well, he answered all the questions, and it's clear that he can be the focal point of an offense.
Dennis Smith, he's checked in for the Mavericks. The Celtics also with a sub. Kyrie Irving, he's checked in for Rozier. Barnes hits them both. And for Barnes, he heard the doubters when he left in free agency.
Yeah, you know, Kevin, a lot of people wondered if he could be a primary scoring option after being a complementary piece at Golden State, and he proved that he can be. Whenever he's been doubted, he's always risen to the challenge throughout his career, even going back to college. He can score the ball in a lot of different ways, and I don't think there's any question about him being an elite scorer the rest of his career.
Now, here is Smith following the miss by Kyrie Irving. Dallas, no good that time either. Smart passes to Tatum, and it's blocked by Jordan.
Hey, get that weak stuff out of here. Take it home. Jordan is fantastic at rejecting those kinds of shots.
So it's the Celtics now, after Luka Doncic's miss. Outside, Smart. Here's Irving. That one misses. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. Here's Powell, and the dunk by Powell.
Oh, you gotta love seeing Powell attack. I mean, an agile big guy who gets it to the cup in a hurry.
Here's Tatum. DeAndre Jordan grabs the miss. Jordan's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Doncic passes to Powell. Out to Smith. Fires it up. It's good. With that basket, he's now 5 for 9.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Irving with it. Now Smith defending. Hayward outside. Down low. It's stolen by Smith. Here's Barnes. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
So far, he's hit all of his shots at the foul line, going 4 for 4. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Dallas. Matthews comes in for Doncic. And the Celtics also making a change. Baines is checked in.
One shot.
Unfortunately for the Mavericks, they've gotten pummeled on the glass recently. 27th in the league last year in rebounding, dead last the year before.
Now a timeout called by Boston.
Yeah, he's got to make some adjustments here. Just too easy to score in the lane against them right now.
Yeah, there's no reason why they should be scoring at will down there easily as they have. I mean, they've got to be more aggressive inside.
Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. Take a look at the Warriors. They hold the first place spot in the conference just right where they want to be. They've got momentum. And, of course, there's Dallas. They have a lot of ground to make up.
You know, right now, Dallas hanging where they are, right in the middle of the standings, will not make things easy for them down the stretch.
Well, it figures to be a hectic finish to the season as they attempt to lock down a postseason berth. They've got very little margin for error the rest of the way.
Oh, guys, that's an impressive spin move there. Didn't think he had a handle like that.
Irving finds Hayward. And that's a foul. Called on Dwight Powell. That's his first foul. Mavericks making a switch here. Measury's checked in. Celtics also with a sub. Morris is checked in. 1:56 left in the first half. Looking to end the run. Mejri with the rebound.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Celtics trail by 12. Tatum kicks to Morris. Outside Irving. And stolen by Barnes. And now Barnes running the floor all by himself.
Barnes quickly leaking out there. He's always trying to get some easy buckets, easy points, and as a result, he's able to beat defenders sometimes.
Irving drives in, and the shot goes in. Irving's got 15.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Smith the pass to Matthews. And 1:01 left in the first half. Morris against Barnes. Clock at 4. Rebounded by the Celtics.
And the defense that time was late. And you got to feel fortunate he didn't put that one away.
Hayward kicks to Tatum. Irving against Smith. Irving drives in over Smith. Shot is good, and the Mavericks lead is cut down to just 10 points with the bucket from Irving.
Just a positive force right now for these guys, and though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
Now here's Barnes. He's got 11. Pass to Mejri. Lays it up off the glass. Mejri's got his third basket of the night right there.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
For 3, Hayward.
Barnes is a committed defender. I mean, love how he goes all out to challenge shots.
And so it's Dallas, up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Harrison, shots definitely falling in the first half. How did you guys get it going?
Just us playing off each other, trying to get to the basket, trying to work it around. When this balance scoring like we have tonight, everyone tries to, feed off each other.
Strength in numbers, right? Thanks, Harrison. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings, friends and neighbors. One half down, another half to go. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Big-time play throughout the first half from Dennis Smith. He had 13 points, 5 assists, and 1 steal. Shaq, what's your take on Dallas?
Well, it was an unselfish, team-oriented half of basketball. The ball never stopped moving. Their offense had a great flow to it. It prevented anyone from getting lazy out there. They're always moving, cutting, knowing where they need to pass the ball, Ernie.
And over to Kenny. What did you think about Boston?
Their inaccuracy from behind the arc was brutal. Shot selection, I didn't see any. The perimeter offense they're running, you could scrap that. They need to get back to the basics. Pound it inside, more pick and roll. Try to pick up some easy buckets in transition.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks for joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
And I loved in that first half that they were patient, looked for good shots, and knocked them down.
Yeah, I liked how they took the initiative. They were really locked into what they wanted, not letting the defense dictate their shot selection.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Second half underway. Here's who Brad Stevens got on the floor. They've got Horford. Irving is out there with Marcus Smart. And it's Hayward. And it's Tatum in at the 4 spot. Drills it from outside.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Okay, we got a nice little back and forth going here.
Yeah, and I like it. I love seeing that. It's a lot of fun when that happens. These teams are going at each other from the outside.
Now, here's Doncic. Back to Smith. Over in the corner, Doncic. They get it again. Jordan's shot is off.
Now, that's superb defense in low. I mean, they played it well. It's not easy trying to alter these shots without fouling the shooter, and that's a good job of doing both.
Yeah, starting the second half nicely there. Love those easy lay-ins to get things going.
And how many more possessions like that would they love to get down the stretch? A bunch of them, I bet.
Now, here is Smith. Over Irving. He can't get it to go. And it's Boston the other way.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Inside, hangs in the air, and they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Up and in on every one of their first 3 shots to start the second half.
Well, for so long, so many were wondering what Kyrie was thinking when he left Cleveland. What is clear now, though, is that Irving doesn't think about it and has flourished on his own. It seems that he really did just need his own team to become the player he's become.
One shot.
That free throw good from Kyrie Irving. And for Irving, he has let more of his personality come out on and off the floor, Greg, now that he has his own team.
Yeah, it really does feel like we are watching a new chapter in Irving's development as a player. Still has the great shot and handles that make him so deadly with the ball. And just visually, while the leadership is also evolving, he just seems more in control of his game and even more lethal as a player.
Here's Tatum. Harrison Barnes picking up that last basket. Here's the 3. That's in, and the Dallas lead is cut down to just 6 points on the bucket from Irving.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Barnes outside. Over Tatum. Jordan kicks to Barnes. Out to Smith. Goes up again. He lays it in. Smith's got 5 points now this quarter.
Yeah, but it's pretty cool to watch this guy be in this kind of a zone. Dennis Smith, amazing at getting to his spots and capitalizing.
Now, here is Irving. 26 points for him. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Irving's got 28.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
And the Mavericks call time here. And with all the drama, Greg, that has followed Irving the past few seasons, he reached out to Kobe Bryant for some guidance.
And just like Irving and LeBron had to go their own ways, so did Kobe and Shaq. Very few players know what it's like to be in a situation like Irving, but Kobe's one of them. And Kobe gave Irving the confidence to not be afraid of standing out in his career decisions, and so far it's paid off handsomely.
J.J. Barea is checked in for Smith. Irving against Barnes. Al Horford with the rebound. Horford's got his 5th rebound in this one.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Now here's Smart. He has 6. To the middle. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And if there was ever a guy who was more than what his stats say, it's Al Horford. Won't have nights where he drops 50 or carries a team with his shot blocking, but you ask anyone he's played with and they'll tell you he is a perfect teammate.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Horford. And the big men who compete against Horford have nothing but respect for him, Greg.
Well, it is why he's been selected as an all-star by his peers and why guys like Embiid admire his game. I mean, Horford does all the small things on the floor you need as a big man. He's so humble. He just goes about his game and makes his team better in every facet.
So Horford gets 2.
And I really like the uniqueness of Al Horford's game. I mean, he's a big man with a versatile skill set. He makes threes. He can score inside. He defends. He's a guy that is an inside-out matchup problem for most.
Now here's Barnes. He's got 13. It's good.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
Now Smart. Down low. Here's Tatum. Lays it up and banks it in. Tatum's got 8.
And what a great start to the second half. They've hit everything they've looked at thus far.
Jordan finds Barnes. Jordan trying to free himself up. Rebounded by the Celtics. Smart's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Rozier the pass to Hayward. Good D by Barnes.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And looking at Luka Doncic, incredibly mature for his age. Physically, the broad shoulders, weighing in about 230. Mentally, though, advanced understanding of how to play the game.
And he makes the first. You know, Greg, it's amazing that Doncic, at his age, could already have such a complete offensive game.
I mean, a terrific skill set. In Europe, Doncic spent plenty of time as a primary ball handler. Obviously can score in a number of ways, just a versatile threat.
Boston making a switch here. Tice is checked in. So he gets them both.
Textbook shooting from the stripe. Great form, soft release. Mark it up.
Outside, Smart. Down low. Horford kicks to Rozier. Outside, Smart. Not really his range, and it's off target. Dallas leading by 6. And here's Barea. He's got 10. Pass to Powell. Here's Barnes. And stolen by Tatum. Shoots from 12. Boston again missing. Dallas has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Barnes against Horford. The drive by Barnes. And the dunk by Barnes.
Up high and down hard. Love seeing Barnes be aggressive like that, Kevin. Showing off his quickness and athleticism in a big way. How was my impression of
good?
One of your favorite lines.
I like that. You sounded great. Better than me. I love it, Clark. Good job. Now here's Smart. He has 6. Barea pulls it in.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
And Doncic gets it to go.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Yeah, and they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint here.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. And Luka Doncic, not the top pick in the draft this past June, but one of the more exciting names out of this rookie class.
Dallas made a point to trade up and draft him. Doncic not playing in the Summer League as he has had a hefty workload in Europe before the draft. Still came away with Euro MVP honors, and at his age, that is incredible.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Mejri comes in for Dwight Powell, and Wesley Matthews subbed in for Doncic. Now here's Barea. He's got 10. Smart with the ball. Matthews covering. Matthews against Smart. Rozier kicks to Williams. The dish to Smart. Clock at 4. And there's the call on Mejri. That is his first foul of the game. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for the Mavericks. And then for Boston, Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Daniel Tice. And Marcus Morris subbed in for Tatum. And there's the pass to Morris. Clock at 6. Boston needs to get off a shot. Williams can't hit.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough. But that's how you win games.
Here's Smart. The Mavericks making the shot. Rozier the pass to Morris. Over in the corner, Williams. Pass to Rozier. Trying to end the drought. The Mavericks pull it in. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Barnes against Morris.
Oh, wow.
That's a beautiful jam.
Yes, indeed. And, you know, Barnes is never afraid to go for the rim-rocking jam now. A spectacular athlete who doesn't mind showing his stuff.
That instant replay brought to you by Under Armour Hover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive the unleashing of chaos that time.
If you're going in amongst the trees, you have got to be aggressive.
Boy, like his intensity, Greg. He's not afraid to take it straight to the rack on the bigger defender. Right at him.
Now, here's Barea. 10 points for him. Barnes outside. Puts it up from 12. Again, the Mavericks score.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Rozier against Barea. Morris kicks to Baines. The Celtics working the ball around now. With some arc. And with that, the Maverick lead is cut down to just 12 points with the basket from Rozier. Now the Mavericks with it. They're on a 14-6 run. Williams against Barea. Here's Kleber. Good, and it's Barea who picks up the assist. Barea's got 4 assists now tonight.
And when you've got a big man who can shoot from distance like that, what a huge advantage.
Now, here's Rozier. He's got 11. Morris kicks to Baines. Passes to Rozier. 6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys.
Yeah, and he's connecting on a lot of his shots here, shooting a high percentage from the field, really giving his team a boost.
Barea against Rozier. A nice shot by Barea. Barea's got 12.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Now here's Smart. He's got 6. The kick out to Rozier. Pass to Morris. From deep. It's rebounded by Dallas. Berea's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Mavericks.
They've been penetrating with a certain amount of ease, guys, just as much in this half as the first.
They've consistently drilled the mid-range jumper tonight as well, which has forced the D to come out on them.
That free throw good from Barea.
And you look at J.J. Barea and how he's played over the years, has always been a spark plug for a team off the bench. It just plays with energy and creativity no matter the situation.
Dallas making a switch here. Smith has checked in. The Celtics also changing it up. Gordon Hayward comes in for Williams, and Irving subbed in for Marcus Smart, and he can't hit the second. And with Barea and what he brings to the table, Greg, he also takes care of the ball.
A lot of guards who are bench threats can get a little sloppy or careless with the ball, and Barea has been upping his assists and cutting his turnovers the last few seasons, still finding ways to be effective even after a decade in the league.
And the Mavericks with possession here, following the bucket by the Celtics. Here's Smith. Good D by Irving.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Shot is good, and the Mavericks lead is cut down to just 12 points with the basket from Hayward. Rozier against Barea. He kicks to Matthews. Over to the wing. Up top, Barea. 13 points in the game.
Hey, Berea's not a big guy, about 5'5" at best, and because of that, you got to be tough, and he's a tough-nosed player.
This is his second trip to the free throw line.
And from the line thus far, how about 83% on the season? Outstanding.
Guys, I like that this is a part of his game that has really been consistent this year. Two.
The first one falls.
And they didn't shoot it very well from the line in the first half, but they've gotten much better since halftime, and it's helped them to secure the lead.
Dwight Powell's checked in for the Mavericks. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
J.J. Barea has speed to burn. I mean, he's shifty, he's quick, and because of that, he's extremely valuable as a decision maker and scorer. Great competitor.
Irving double team. Inside. Morris finds Baines. Hayward outside. Off target with the free throw line, Jay. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks sitting with a comfortable lead up by 14. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. Back right after this. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. And it's Irving with the ball for the Boston Celtics. Smith and Matthews in the backcourt. Powell is out there with Doncic. And it's Mejri in at the center filling out the middle. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas.
That's his second personal foul.
On defense, Dallas. It's a 14-point game. Here's Morris. 18 feet away, and he knocks it down. Morris has got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for Boston.
This is where Morris can kill you. He's pretty much claimed that in-between game.
For three, Smith. It's not going to go for him. Now Boston takes it the other way. Hayward passes to Rozier. Irving against Smith. And it comes off the front of the rim.
Man, right play, wrong result on that one. Generally, you knock those down.
Not much else you can do there. I mean, that's what you want. Too bad they weren't able to finish it off.
Now here's Powell. Here is Matthews. 4 on the clock. Over Hayward. Matthews, no good. Celtics trail by 12. Hayward with the ball. Count it.
Well, nothing was going down for him in the first half, but since the break, he's been on target.
Mavericks shooting it very well tonight, around 57%. Here's Doncic. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. And the Mavericks lead by 12.
And certainly not lacking in confidence. When Doncic gets these inside looks, he just jumps all over.
Morris outside to the inside. And Hayward gets it to go on the assist by Morris. Hayward's got 4 this quarter.
And he is starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
Outside Matthews. Back to Smith. Good D by Irving.
Now that's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You gotta protect the rim.
Textbook defense all around. Nice job at contesting the shot without fouling, and that's how you do it. Well done.
And guys, once Irving finds that groove, it's really just fun to watch him go to work. Just no fear, will take any shot out there on the floor.
Now here's Matthews. Here's Smith. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Well, Dennis Smith Jr., one of the scariest players to see coming at you down the lane, Clark. He can just wreck the rim.
Oh, big time, Kevin. Not only does he finish hard, he does so violently and with some anger attached to it. The kind of dunks where you're worried if defenders are going to get hurt trying to challenge him. This guy is explosive. No surprise he was in the dunk contest last season, and I don't think that's going to be his first invite.
And the first one at the line is good.
Yeah, and their free throw shooting has really improved here in the second half.
Jordan, he's checked in for Salah Mejri. And then for Boston, Al Horford is checked in for Aaron Baines. And it's Tatum in for Morris. Both free throws good from Smith.
And as a team, they're hovering around the high 80s from the free throw line. They've gotten better as the game has gone along, which is exactly what you want to see.
Now, here is Irving. Kicks it to Horford. Irving against Smith. Goes up at the stripe. Another shot. The kick out to Rozier. Now the pass to Irving. Now here's Horford, covered by Smith. Offensive rebound Celtics, and there it is for him. That's now 32 points for Kyrie Irving.
Boy, I tell you, I don't know if there's anybody better than Kyrie Irving close to the basket. He has a great feel for how to score inside.
Doncic dishes to Smith. That one goes. Count it. Smith's got 9 points now in just the second half.
And guys on defense gasping for air at this point.
Well, I tell you what, Greg, what can they do? I mean, nobody can miss a shot. I mean, these guys are bringing it on offense right now.
And that's a foul called on Dwight Powell. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Irving kicks to Rozier. Outside Tatum, just 5 on the clock. He's now made half of those 10 shots in the game. That's his 5th basket.
And Tatum used to getting hit while he's shooting. I mean, he absorbs it like you would expect a pro to and powers right through that contact.
Now here's Jordan. Now here's Doncic, and Rozier pulls it down. Rozier's got 4 rebounds now tonight. To the inside. Back to Tatum. The Celtics working the ball around now. Horford with it. He's picked up by Jordan. Smith against Irving. Over Smith. It's rebounded by Doncic. Doncic has got 4 rebounds in this game. Smith surveying the D. Over in the corner, Matthews. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Rozier kicks to Tatum. He dishes it to Irving. A 3-pointer is right on target. Irving's got 7 points here in this quarter.
I love the 3-point shooting of Irving. Excellent at dialing it in from deep, and you've got to respect his range.
And the Mavericks call time here. And at this point of the game, getting a break here, important for the teams to regroup, and for the players, this is where you have a chance to get rehydrated with Gatorade. Get ready to play strong to finish off the game. And the Mavericks making a change here. Barnes is checked in. Smart's checked in for Boston. It's a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, I heard Rick Carlisle during that last break talking with the team. He was pretty clear-cut to them. He said, look, we need to play with some edge out there. I don't care what the lead is. Do not back off.
Thank you, David. Shot is good, and the Mavericks' lead is cut down now to just 3 on the bucket from Al Horford.
A top-notch post-game is just one of the ways Horford helps his team. One of the more important ways, though, is because he's a tough matchup down low.
Now here's Barnes over Hayward, and that one comes up a bit short.
You could tell he assumed he'd be able to beat the defensive coverage, even though it was all over.
Basket made. That gives him 7 field goals in 13 tries.
And he has the chops for this, raising the intensity when it matters most.
Yeah, he's really calm in these situations. Simply takes his time in tight spots. You got to be patient, and he is playing to his strengths.
Obviously, a mix-up defensively on that possession.
Now Irving. He feeds it to Horford, and the dunk by Horford.
And Irving is comfortable running the offense. When a teammate's open, he's quick to whip it around and get him a good look.
Smith drawn the double team. The feed now to Jordan. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And DeAndre Jordan this last offseason opting out of his contract with the LA Clippers. He felt, Greg, obviously it was time to move on.
It didn't take long for Jordan to find a new home here in Dallas. Had almost signed with them last time he was a free agent. Closed the deal this time around. Still has a lot to offer and a really good fit for this team inside.
And the first one at the line is good.
And this spot has always been Jordan's biggest drawback. He's never been able to make his free throws at even a modest rate, and teams are never afraid to put him on the line.
So he gets them both.
And making the most of their opportunities at the line here in the second half.
Outside Irving. Can't tie it up as that one misses. Here's Smith. They get it back. Jordan finds Smith, and Smith gets double-teamed. Wants to get it to Barnes and does. Here's a look at the schedule now for Dallas. On Wednesday, they'll be taking on Clint Capella and the Houston Rockets. And then on Friday, they'll go up against LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers.
And looking at the Blazers matchup, it's going to be an all-out battle. And you just hope they are rested and able to execute their game plan, as it's going to be a tremendous challenge.
That's good from Barnes.
And you got to appreciate the overall game of Barnes. He's efficient as a scorer and also works hard at the defensive end.
So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe.
Yeah, but the main thing is the 2-possession lead is secure.
And when the Celtics traded out of the first overall pick in 2017, many, Greg, thought they were settling for Jason Tatum for team needs. But he might be the best overall player in that draft.
Listen, the Celtics said they would have been fine taking Tatum first overall, and I believe it. Tatum looks like he could be a superstar very early in his career and does everything at a high level and is already a terrific shooter from deep. Plus, he just has a poise and an air about his game that speaks of superstar.
He's off on the first.
The length and mobility of Powell is really impressive. He's a solid big guy who I think continues just to get better at both ends.
And the second free throw, good. Dwight Powell, a nice player who's carved out a good role for himself on this team. You can start him if you need to, Clark, or he'll give you a spark off the bench.
I think his greatest value is, though, bringing that spark off the bench. I mean, some guys are just as productive in limited minutes as they would be in starting minutes, so he's one of those kinds of guys. He's excellent at finishing around the rim and creating havoc with his activity at both ends of the floor.
Now here's Barnes. Jason Tatum missing his last shot. That's a 2 from Smith. Rebounded by the Celtics. Tatum's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
And Hayward gets it to go.
A good score inside, and the defense really offering very little resistance.
Well, they don't have anybody to blame but themselves. Got to prevent them from getting good looks this late in the ball game. You got to come up with stops.
That one goes in, and that's now 24 points for Smith.
Yeah, he hasn't had much luck getting shots to fall here. Just 2 of 7 down the stretch.
Irving kicks to Hayward. Powell pulls it in. Mavericks leading by 5. And here is Doncic. Pass to Powell. And Smith gets double teamed. Here's Jordan. It's good, the assist that time from Smith. Smith's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And Tatum, Kevin, has been in these situations before. He's reliable when it comes to stepping up in big moments.
And here's Smith after Jason Tatum getting his shot to go from deep. Smith against Irving. Knocked loose and stolen by Hayward. And Hayward with the stuff.
And as a wing player, Hayward's just so good at attacking the basket. I think that's a big part of what makes him special. Doesn't take much of an opening for Hayward to make his move.
Now here is Smith. Passes it to Powell. With the fadeaway. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
Boy, Kevin, he just clanked that one. I mean, surprising because the defense wasn't really in the picture.
Here's Hayward. No good. That would have tied it. Dallas has gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. To the inside, Jordan. That's good again. His seventh basket. 7 for 10 from the floor.
A smart, decisive pass inside there. He really made it easy for his teammate.
Here's Irving. Horford trying to free himself up. And with that, the Maverick lead is cut down to 2 points now on the basket from Irving.
And you got to admire Irving in these situations. Doesn't let pressure overwhelm him. In fact, he embraces it.
That one good for 2. 28 points for Barnes.
Man, I like how cool and collected Barnes is, Kevin. I mean, when the game is tight, he feels comfortable taking the shot. I mean, that's a matter of confidence in the process and your work.
Now here's Smart. Powell with the steal. Smith outside. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Timeout.
Now it's a 6-point Maverick lead.
You got to give Smith a bunch of credit. I mean, he didn't get nervous, was remarkably calm in an important moment.
Now a timeout called by Boston. They're trailing by 6. 44 seconds left in the fourth quarter. A chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Dennis Smith.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
Rozier, he's checked in for Kyrie Irving. Hayward against Barnes. Hayward goes in, whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
One shot, gentlemen.
Free throw drops for Hayward.
And, you know, there's no question about it. Hayward is an exciting player and an athletic forward who can really score.
Guys, they're not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
And so it's Hayward with it. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. And now we've got the intentional foul. And no good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. And the second of 2 is good. That gives them a 4-point cushion. Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 4. We've got 22 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Guys, what's your take?
It's going to be interesting to see what they draw up to get this quick shot.
Whatever it is, got to be fast. I mean, can't waste any time at this point.
And so it's Boston with it. Shot from the top of the key. Yes! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Now, that is cold-blooded.
Indeed it is. Love seeing him deliver when they need him most. No fear taking these shots. I love it.
drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
And what's so impressive about Doncic, the maturity. Yes, he's polished, but he's got a completeness to his game at such a young age.
Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one.
A three-pointer would be huge right now.
Boy, a chance to tie it up with the game on the line. This is what we live for. I want to see what happens right here.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Yeah, they have to extend the game. I mean, plain and simple. Use every second you can on the clock here.
First free throw is good, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
Boy, the speed and shooting Smith possesses is dangerous. I mean, a speedy point guard who continues to get better.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
Hey, I think that should do it. You know, got to give him credit. He came through when it mattered most.
Bounce pass from Smart. Rozier for 3. Off the mark. So we see the Mavericks get the win here. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really got a sense that the fans gave them that emotional boost that was needed down the stretch. This crowd, man, they were electric.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. DeAndre, what do you think this team's identity is this season?
You know, we just have so many guys that can score. It's going to be somebody's night every night, like I keep saying. But we're also, our half-court offense is getting a lot better.
The ball is moving around, DeAndre. Thanks for your time. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. So long and good night, everyone.